made a video called GTA 4 is better than you remember. In that video, I mentioned one of the DLCs for GTA 4 called The Ballad of Gay Tony. In this video, I'm going to go over why The Ballad of Gay Tony was ahead of its time. Let's get started. On October 29th, 2009, Rockstar released the second and final DLC expansion for GTA 4 called The Ballad of Gay Tony as a part of the episodes from Liberty City set with The Lost and Damned. I'm not going to cover what I already covered on my GTA 4 retrospective, such as gameplay, because there wasn't really any changes in the gameplay except for the way you run. I'm going to be going over all the changes in The Ballad of Gay Tony compared to GTA 4. So let's get started. With the new DLC comes a new story. Now this story obviously is way shorter than the original GTA 4 story, but it was still amazing. You play as the main character Luis Lopez, who witnessed a bank robbery in the Bank of Liberty. Funny enough, that's actually Nico and the McQuarries robbing the bank from the mission 3-Leaf Clover. Luis's boss and business partner Tony Prince was struggling to run his nightclubs Masonette 9 and Hercules, so Tony takes out loans from the Ancelotti family, a well-known crime family in Liberty City. He found himself in severe debt, so Luis has to work with the Ancelotti gangsters Maury and Rocco Pelosi to pay off Tony's debts. While helping his drug dealer friends Armando and Henrique, Tony makes a deal to buy $2 million worth of smuggled diamonds. However, he ends up having Luis steal the diamonds for him after the deal goes sour due to the Lost Biker gang ambushing them. Luis starts working for Russian crime lord Ray Bulgarin, who eventually turns on him because the diamonds were originally his. So Rocco then tells Luis to kill Tony in order to gain favor with Bulgarin, so that he will spare him. Luis refuses and decides to retaliate on Bulgarin. As Bulgarin is leaving the city, he explodes the plane he was leaving in, and in the process, well, killing him. This story did its job. It introduced to us some of the most memorable characters such as Tony Prince, Rocco, and Yusuf Amir, who was my personal favorite in this story. That Arab money cutscene is so iconic. They also brought back mission scores after every mission, which was introduced in Chinatown Wars. No complaints on the story at all. While not being the biggest improvement upon GTA 4's graphics, there is definitely a difference if you compare the two. The Ballad of Gay Tony's graphics appear more crisp than GTA 4's. Colors are also more vibrant. Lighting and draw distance was also improved. You can also see across the entire city while being in a helicopter with no blur. Explosions are improved with added particles and debris. Overall, you could definitely feel the difference in the graphical improvements. The new weapons in The Ballad of Gay Tony are just simply amazing. You have the Pistol 44, which replaces the Glock in regular GTA 4. The sound on this thing is badass. I love hearing it bark throughout the Liberty City streets. Next, we have the Assault SMG. This thing is sick, otherwise known as the P90. It comes equipped with a silencer, and the fire rate is insanely fast. The Golden Uzi is the most iconic weapon on The Ballad of Gay Tony. The fire rate is even faster than the Assault SMG. The biggest downfall of this weapon is when you fire out of a vehicle, the fire rate slows down dramatically, which is a bummer. One of my personal favorites is the Assault Shotgun, otherwise known as the AA-12. When I tell you this thing is amazing, this thing is amazing. It comes in two variants, one being a normal shotgun and the other having explosive slugs. Yes, people, explosive shells. Hands down, one of the greatest guns in the GTA series, period. This thing absolutely melts the opposition. Next up, we have the Advanced MG, which is a light machine gun. It holds 200 bullets, so you could just open fire on vehicles and explode them. It's so refreshing seeing an LMG in GTA 4, especially with these physics. Next, we have the Advanced Sniper, but this is no ordinary sniper, oh no. You know where I'm going with this? It has explosive bullets, and when I tell you this thing is fun to use, this thing is fun to use. But the explosive bullets are only available on online mode. It balances the game with the buzzards because you can actually explode them out of the air. You just need that ninja aim and you're good. The grenade launcher is quite but it's fun, I guess. And finally, we saved the best for last, the sticky bomb. Yes, before GTA 5 had sticky bombs, they were in the Ballad of Gay Tony. This adds a whole new feeling to GTA 4. It makes it way more fun to kill people. Now, they do take a second to explode when you detonate them, but it doesn't matter. They're in the game, that's all that matters. Now, into the vehicle section, because man, it's about to get even better. To start, we have the Akuma, the Baddie, the Blade, the Brickade, the Buffalo, the Bullet GT, golf carts, the Cavalcade 2, Double T, F620, which is my personal favorite in the game, Floater, Hakaku, Hexer, and this is where it gets real cool. Police Bike, which is just awesome, Buffalo Police Car, Police Stinger, Shafter, Skylift, which I wish they included in online, that would have been crazy, but whatever, Slam Van, Smuggler, Stretch E, which is a limo shafter, Super Diamond, Super Drop Diamond, which is Yusuf's as you see it in gold, the Swift Helicopter, which is a luxury chopper, Tampa, and then the Vader. Alright, now let's get into the best vehicles. We have the Buzzard Attack Chopper, which is just amazing, especially online. It was revolutionary seeing this in GTA 4. Next, we have the trademark APC. This thing hits different on the Ballad of Gay Tony compared to GTA 5. This thing actually felt like a tank with GTA 4's physics. The amount of destruction I caused on Liberty City with this thing is next level. We're not done, ladies and gentlemen. The Ballad of Gay Tony has more features added, so let's get into them. First off, we now have the ability to golf, which is always amazing to see them adding new things into the game. Like I said, the Ballad of Gay Tony was such a revolutionary GTA game. Next, we have the ability to dance in nightclubs. This game was heavily influenced by the Liberty City nightlife, so it's only appropriate they added the ability to dance. You also have the ability to go to the bar and get a drink. You can't do this in regular GTA 4, so this was definitely a big deal at this time. One of, if not the biggest additional features in the Ballad of Gay Tony was parachutes and base jumping. Yes, parachutes are in the Ballad of Gay Tony. You just equip it, and you can jump from anywhere and pull it. I can't even begin to tell you how much fun it is having parachutes back in online mode. Especially when you're in a dogfight with buzzards and you're about to go down, you can just jump out. Base jumping is also something that was added. Specific buildings have them. All you do is approach the marker and it will put you at the top of the building. Depending on how far you go, you can track your distance. So glad to see parachutes in the Ballad of Gay Tony. Next up, we have cage fighting. As if this game can't get any better, it did. Cage fighting is just so much fun. You can illegally fight underground as a crowd watches. This mode also shows off the amazing fighting GTA 4 had. Each round, the opponent gets harder and harder, so make sure you come prepared. Another thing the Ballad of Gay Tony did was bring color to GTA 4. After GTA 4's dark and eerie presentation, Rockstar decided to bring a whole new feeling, adding more bright and vibrant colors, such as pink radar blips, a white health bar, a rainbow colored menu. How can we forget the legendary pause menu music they added? It just fit the game like a glove. Like I mentioned in the graphics section, even the city itself felt more vibrant. They also added a new cell phone for Luis in the game, and this is personally my favorite out of all the GTA 4 versions. It made the game feel brand new. Ballad of Gay Tony added a bunch of new interiors to GTA 4, which already had an insane amount of interiors, but now we have even more. You have Luis's apartment, the Masonette 9 nightclub, Chinatown Mall, Bahama Mamas, and the Me TV building. It still shocks me that they went out of their way to add even more interiors into this game that was already stacked with interiors. Big props to Rockstar. The Ballad of Gay Tony Online was definitely the player's choice when it comes to GTA 4 Online, for obvious reasons. The extra content and updated graphics, the Ballad of Gay Tony Online just hit different. Being able to do dogfights in the Buzzard, the Annihilator was also equipped with explosive rounds to compete with the Buzzards. Parachuting was also a factor in the fun. The new weapons, everything this game did was perfect for online mode. This is when people really started falling in love with GTA 4 Online. Me personally, I would say the Ballad of Gay Tony easily has the best online out of all three versions of GTA 4. Deathmatches were also given new locations, and these locations are way better than the regular GTA 4 ones. Overall, the Ballad of Gay Tony Online is far superior than GTA 4 and the Lost and Damned Online. It even rivals GTA 5 Online in terms of straight fun. This game was what many people say GTA 5 Online should have been, which is crazy to say. That goes to show how ahead of its time the Ballad of Gay Tony was. The Ballad of Gay Tony set a bar so high for open world games that to this day is still active with full lobbies. If you haven't tried this game, I highly recommend you do. To sum it up, GTA 4 The Ballad of Gay Tony is a masterpiece, far ahead of its time, and will always be legendary. This game just aged even better than the vanilla GTA 4. The Ballad of Tony is just an enhanced version of what already was a work of art in GTA 4.